big. All right, this time on the Next Up Bodybuilding podcast, we have Mr. IFBB Pro, Harlan Taylor. Harlan, I couldn't, have another season of this without you hopping on board, especially seeing how crispy you're getting already. How you doing, dude?
Man, I'm doing fantastic. Actually, it's been a good 2022 start.
Nice.
So I cannot complain, man. I'm blessed.
That's what I want to hear. And the work-life balance, the professional work with the bodybuilding side, all that's coming together, as well as like the coaching that you do.
I stay on the grind. I was brought up that way. I'm a bodybuilder. I'm a coach, and I'm a school teacher.
Yeah.
So all of them, I try to tie in somehow and make it work. I got a good support system, so we're doing fine. I think right now, anytime you get close to things like getting on stage, my wife really gets excited and really like, yeah, let's go ahead and do this. So everything's falling into place. It ain't always easy, man, but everything's falling into place.
Dude, I know it ain't always easy. Once you get up to this level, it gets even more difficult because everyone else, we're professional for a reason, right?
That's right.
Even if you never win a show, you're a pro for a reason. Tell me more about your wife and how she gets excited. I love hearing, that you have the support system, because some people think that they can do this shit on their own.
No. When you are in this type of sport and you're a pro, you have to carry a type of physique / mentality all year round, because you want to give yourself an opportunity to still get on stage and be presentable. But that comes with a work ethic like no other, as you know. We don't cook a lot of meals here in my house because they will go to waste. So I usually cook my food, and then they have their food, whatever it might be, and we enjoy it as a family. So it's the little things that for us that count. Like last 2 nights, you see the picture I took. We just got a hotel about 30 minutes away, just so the kids can hang out and swim, just so we can relax and just chill, just kind of get away from the normality of everything else that's going on in the real world. But the support system, being able to give me the opportunity to be able to work a full-time job and a career, and then train, and then sit at home and make plans and coach individuals and train individuals out of the gym, and then go and train myself. I mean, you have to have somebody on the other end that's pushing you, because it is tiring. You're not always here when you want to be. And so the person asked me the other day and said, "Oh, Harlan, so what does your peak week look like?" I said, "Oh, you really want to know what my peak week looks like?" My peak week is just like this. I take the time out to relax and tell everybody who've been in a struggle with me that I love them and I appreciate you. And that's how my body dials in that peak week. It relaxes, because now I know that everything is falling into place. I don't do anything crazy. I'm not out here 100 hours of cardio a day. I bring my mind to a relaxation mode, knowing that my family is okay with all the weeks I put in, and now we're going to get this. So I'm gonna tell you, we already got our shows planned. We already got our family vacations planned with the show. So we're doing the show and we doing family vacations, man. So it's gonna be a good.
Harlan's about to do Puerto Rico, Spain. You're gonna go to Brazil.
The Puerto Rico show is on my list. When you with your you get a list of things that you potentially want to do. And so Puerto Rico's one of them. It's on June 25th.
That's right.
We're going to see. Our plans this year is to really try to get on that Olympia board, try to get some points. And if I'm dialed in just right, you put away a win too. I think with my coach, after seeing him do real well, and the way we feed off each other, I think it's possible. Now, like you said, it's like changing the guard too. Everybody, instead of the judges before looking at Pacific people knowing who was going to win, I think now is that we're looking at the individual and what they actually bring to the stage.
Yeah.
And that's what I was telling you about yourself. Like, you look at the pictures you did in Texas. Oh my God! I mean, but you have to, as a judge, you have to respect, that individual and what he's okay. So, he is 5'5". Oh, he is shredded. He is conditioned. Oh, his back is dense. You might not be the biggest guy on stage, but what if you were by yourself? How would you grade that individual? And
how complete is that individual?
I think that's coming into play now, because I think now we're just like, when you see I had to keep bringing Banks back to the table. When you see somebody like Banks come off of what he started at, he hasn't been a pro long either, and how he has worked so hard to get where he is. You respect that. You really respect that, and it makes you understand and a little bit more humble that, hey, I'm over here putting on this I'm putting this same grind, same work. Let's make it happen.
Let's get rewarded.
Oh yeah, and I seen Banks at the Arnold, man. And,
that's right, yeah.
He's clean, man. I mean, when you talk about a dude that's just straight nasty, I mean, he's nasty, man. He's just and like
stupid front, stupid back. The back is just like, all right, I've got to get back. I'm gonna go sit down somewhere though.
But the thing about it is, when you look at some of them, you can tell that they're bodybuilder, right?
And yeah. Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, you can look at Banks, you're like, that dude's an athlete. If he was not bodybuilding, you could put him on a basketball court. You could put him on a football field.
Track.
That's a lot of difference between a lot of people. And I tell people that I coach, like, listen, when I go to the gym, I train like an athlete. Or if I left here and a pit bull was chasing me down the street, would I be able to accelerate and not run out of breath and be able to get away from that dog? Or if something happened where I had to fight for my life, could I do that without being exhausted? So that's the way I train inside the gym. I think that's the same way a lot of individuals started to train that way, because when you train that way, it just gives you a different type of feeling, a different type of physique. You're still working extra hard, but you just train different. You're just training different. You train as if you could play any sport, no matter what it is. Put it in front of you.
Yeah.
I
love it, right? Especially when I look at physiques like yours, and I know there's like Ebanks, like you see that muscle density, right? So when you're training hard, you're trying to run from that dog. That's the result that I always say that gets translated onto the stage. It's really awesome that some of these guys that we've competed against, that we've known, that we've talked to for years, they're getting their shot. They're next up. Between Banks, between Emmanuel, Spoon. Well, I think he took 4th at the Arnold, and then you got another top 5.
He was
dude. I saw him January 1. We went to a wedding. My boy DH, he got married. He's one of the local judges down here too, which is really cool. And I went up to him like, "Hey, what's up, Spoon?" And I just gave him a pat on the shoulder, and I was like, "Oh, this wasn't here last year when we competed in Phoenix."
I know, right?
I just hit the shoulder like, "Oh, this one last year."
He came up.
He came
up for sure. Emmanuel too, man.
Emmanuel
was good last year.
He was good last year.
When I seen him down in the Arnold,
nasty.
I was like, whoa. That's what I'm talking about. Like, it's a different style that we're trying to bring. And we know what we have to improve on. We're not trying to bring the same thing that we brought last year. We're trying to improve every year and work with them parts to get us noticed. We want to be seen. We want to get to the we want to be best in the world. So that's how we work. And so when Emmanuel got up there, I didn't know, man. I didn't know, because the pre-judging.
I'm not gonna say nothing, but it was. They all deserved at least that first call out.
Oh yeah,
it was a great first call out.
I seen him. I said, man, he's on point. And then when I seen Spoon, man, I was like, dude. I mean, and he hit 4th.
Came in.
He's gonna be there too. He's just a lot of our bodies are just like cars. Once they run and heat up for a little bit, they run better.
Yeah.
So those are warm-up shows for him. So once he gets to about his 3rd show, he's gonna be his body's gonna be like, we know what to do. We know what to do. And so, it's some guys out there I'm looking at now, like, I'm just like, man, these guys are freaks. Man, if you've been watching, like, if you notice, like, when I competed against Brett Mario last year, he's always been a fan favorite because he's a great guy. He's tall. His abs are like no other abs you ever seen. I don't know how he does it, but he has no fat between his abs at all. So when he hits his abs, it sounds like he's hitting some brick wood, and it's crazy because I've never seen that before at all. And so he's always been like that guy where you say, "Man, how do you get your core like that?" But let's go to the back. So this year they translated. They wanted to bring the best core and turn around and get the back intact too. And dude, he's so sick right now.
Yeah.
It's bananas, man. He's so sick right now. It's crazy. Spoon is so sick right now.
Spoon, yeah.
And you have what's the other dude that just competed against Ben? He's an older guy. He's just older than me. 6.
Thinking of some. There's a couple guys that I think he got third. They're a little shorter.
He has the mohawk / gray.
Oh yeah.
I can't remember.
Oh my God, I'm blanking on his name. He was with me in Phoenix. I think he got 4th or 5th Phoenix last year.
Yes, he won.
Great guy. Yeah.
I can't.
He won Master. Yeah, he's got a crazy core. Dude, just it looks like someone. You ever watch Dragon Ball Z?
Yeah.
That's what it looks like. Someone just drew that in.
So his Instagram name is 6 Day Pro. I can't remember his first name. I don't know why I can't remember his first name off the hand, man. And it was on the tip of my tongue. But he's one to watch out for. I mean, obviously, I'm going to talk about Ben because that's my coach. But the reason why is because I've had the opportunity to see where Ben first started from and where he is now. And Ben's always had one of the dopest cores I've ever seen. But his back was still immature.
Okay.
And so
that's fair criticism. Yeah.
And so when people think that, well, Ben, he just got his back up. Ben's been working on that back since 2014. And so when it's 2022 now, right? That's how the people think things happens overnight. So when you take all that work every year, and you build, Ben, dude, listen, me personally, when I was watching the show last week, I didn't know who was going to win. I didn't know. The Fit One show, I didn't know because Ben was so crisp from the back. He's unbelievable right now.
You see this?
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah. From the front, he's always been great.
Oh, the front's always been crisp. The front's always been crisp.
Here we go.
And him
and this is Emmanuel right here.
Yeah, him and Emmanuel won. Him and Emmanuel, they were battling last week, man.
Wow.
And it came down to maybe
Ben's good. He's got that really tight waist.
Yeah.
And then it just really opens up.
Yeah. And so I think that's Ben's first show in 2022. His back was on point. I think that give him 3 more weeks. April 16th. I mean, it's going to be unbelievable, man. I mean, look at that. I mean, if you remember,
great core, full chest, especially at the top.
That's what I told him.
No collarbone. Look at this. You can put a Coca-Cola bottle right there.
Full chest. If you go back to some of his other pictures, we've already talked about it. We said, hey man, he said, what do you think I need to, what do you think? And when I sent the message, I said, yo, you got one of the best cores of the game. I said that.
Yeah.
You said you're gonna work on your chest. I said that your chest is balled up and it's full, and your back is nasty. I told him. I don't like to. I'm not the coach's corner, and I don't like to predict.
Right? We got to bring Ben on here.
I don't predict people. But I mean, me personally, if I had to do the O right now, Ben is in the top 4 of the O. He is.
Okay.
He is.
Let's go.
He is. I mean, and I think a part of it is new faces, new change of the guard, and seeing some different physiques. Because Ben's 6'2", 6'3" himself, man. He's not.
I forget he's that tall.
Yeah, he's tall, man.
I thought he was a little closer to my height.
Yeah.
So Ben, let's get you on the show. But we're going to talk about your client right here, Harlan. I've seen this photo. But what made me stop dead in my tracks the other day was this one right here. I was just like, what in the world?
Man, that's
like you look like what is this? Google Maps over here? What am I looking at? How? Why? Like, you don't have to tell the dates now, but I'm looking forward to seeing you on stage. Like, from this photo, you look like you're about ready.
That's hard work too, bro. You know, man. That's a lot. That there. Feeling good.
Damn, man, looking super dry and grainy.
Super dry.
They don't get better than that.
Super dry. Right now, I am so, I pride myself into learning how to, over the years, how to get that dry. And right now, man, I'm super dry. When I see abs, when I see veins in my abs, I know it's about almost time to be ready. And I have them everywhere. I mean, it's
I have them everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Hey, I try to.
Fool.
Yeah, I don't want to tell you what me and my coach talked about yesterday, but
dude, you're looking.
He's on board, man. When you check in, and your coach tell you something good, all right, boys and girls, and my coach just happens to be the dude on the coach's corner that calls out the pick. So when he gives me a thumbs up, then I know we working. And yesterday he said, I said, all right, man. So you gotta tell me we keep our foot on the gas, man. We keep our foot on the gas, and we got some things in the work, and this year's been different because I haven't really, even though it's a 7-week prep, I haven't really got down deep just yet. So we probably will in the next week or two, So I haven't had like the fish and the tilapia yet, man. I haven't done any of that, So
lucky you.
So I tell you right now, man. Even though, man, I'm pretty lean, I'm not at my leanest because we haven't put the tilapia in yet, man. So,
but that's awesome because that's more time you can stay full. That's longer that your body can stay fresh and pop for that peak week where you're feeding back in. That's super exciting. What's interesting though, I'm hearing you say these things about how you haven't even incorporated fish, tilapia, shrimp, all those things. My head goes straight to, well, how was your off season? Last time we talked, you said your off season, you do good. You're like a B+ student, but this is telling a different story. This is saying like you were an A+. I think we might be losing you for a second. Yeah, we'll get the video back up. Harlan, can you hear me still?
I can hear you. I can hear you good.
Okay, perfect. Tell me about your off season.
Last time we talked, I was telling you about the off season being about 80-85%. And I think that was that in October? In October, maybe.
Well, yeah, let's say that October, yeah.
So me and Ben got back together, and nothing happened with my last coach ride.
Yeah.
We just had some different, time zone things, and me and Ben had worked together before. We just kind of wanted to put some pieces back together. Ben's close to me, want to be able to train together, see some things that on. But I knew that I wanted to do something different, so I didn't eat out of what I was supposed to do. I keep everything clean this off season, everything clean, man. And I worked. My mindset this year was, I remember, last year at the Tampa Pro, and me winning the Tampa Pro Masters, and then some of the guys like looking at me like, dude, you can't be the Master winner and then come over here and do the Open too. Pick which one you want to do. Like, and I kind of thought about it this year, and I was like, man, that's okay. So next time I won't do the Masters, I'm just going to be hanging there with you guys. And then, I come back into my own hometown, man. You know how the Midwest is. I come back to my own hometown, and I lost a couple of people in my crew because they thought, oh, you think you better than us now. I'm like, man, no, I'm the same dude.
Huh.
And then on top of that, the gym that I was working out at it's a big time gym here, and you already said they told me that they felt like me being in the gym working out was a threat to their trainers, and their trainers wasn't
Yep.
getting as much money they were making. They would appreciate that I just come in and work out, don't talk to people, and go home. I said, no, I'm out. I'm a human being. I want to come in and talk to people. They said when I talk to people inside their gym, it looks like I'm consulting people, and that's what they pay people there to do. And their trainers are getting upset because they're losing money. And I didn't get, I was upset. And I was hurt about it because I'm like, this is my hometown. If I was in New York, if I was in, wherever everybody else is at, when you walk through places, people high five you, didn't know who you are. It's like when I got through, I got 11th at the Orlando Pro Show.
They congratulate you.
There, they all knew who I was. They followed the sport down to a T. But here, you know how it is in the Midwest. It's like, we want to talk about people doing better, but when you try to do better, nah, don't think so. So after all that happened around Thanksgiving, I said to myself, no, this is personal this year, man. 2022 is going to be personal because I do all this training, all this eating right, all this mental stability, mindful thinking. It's for my family. I put you guys through so much. And that gym I went to, man, my kids went there every single day to the daycare.
Yeah.
And now they can't go there and see their friends because you tell me that, I'm a threat to your employees there. I take it personal, man. So I'm working extra hard, trying to leave nothing on the table, man.
Damn.
Trying to leave nothing on the table, man. So I didn't. Every time somebody, my kids want to eat something crazy or they want to do something different, no, we sticking to the game plan. And so, when you do that, you have an opportunity for your coach to say, dude, 13 weeks. I mean, this is the earliest I've ever, it's going to be the earliest I've ever competed. I'm kind of giving it away. It's the earliest I've ever competed. 13 weeks. He's like, dude, forget 13 weeks. And to put it on top, I said, yo, man. I said, listen, I'm looking at all this information. Do you want me to do masters too? Masters? If it is, you ain't doing no masters, bro.
Practice for it. We talking about practice.
So when your coach believes, and I'm not trying to boast, but when your coach believes in you like that, that's an extra bonus. Yeah. Because a lot of times, coaches, what I try to tell my clients are, a lot of times that's what coaches are. When you pros like us, you can make your meal plan, you can do your cardio, but don't mean you're gonna be picking yourself about that bed every day, patting yourself on the back saying go get it. Sometimes coaches are just like the Phil Jacksons. They put the people in the game, put them in the right place, put the pieces in the right place, know how to call plays because you can. And you know how it is when you got so much going on in life. The peak week is the hardest. Not the peak week, but just the whole last 6 weeks. We try to bring everything together. It's kind of hard trying to stay focused and focus on everything else. So sometimes you need a coach to say, "Hey, Don, we're not doing 13 weeks. We're doing 7 weeks. That's where you're at." Sometimes that motivational speaker is the person that gets you over the hump and gets you to the place. It's not all. I tell people all the time, it ain't always about meal plans, nutrition, and lifting. Yeah. Like that's not. People think when they get a coach, oh, you know what, that meal plan I'm supposed to do. It ain't always about that. Sometimes it's just about the accountability piece. You checking in, the coach being able to say, okay, I see you're not doing this. Fix this, fix that. Let's go and keep on working. I think sometimes people think coaches are miracle workers. The workers are you know what I'm saying? The workers are people. I don't care what kind of plan you give somebody. I don't care what kind of speech you give somebody. If I'm not doing the work, they don't know that matters. But when I am doing the work and then my coach recognizes that, and being to me is highly respected in the game right now.
Oh, for sure. So, he's already know Coach's Corner. Yeah. He's talking, with Zero Gravity, the Interior Boys, in the men's physique space. Yeah, he is the most connected. I would say, and everyone likes him. Yeah. He's not like one of those guys that people don't like.
And what's crazy is that, and I've had the opportunity to see them that in the making. You know, when it was just me, I mean, to be honest with you, it was just me being and a couple of people locally, and to see the way he was just reaching out to people, the way he was marketing himself, the way he was building his relationships with these people, and so that goes back to me posting a lot. Like a lot of times I post is inspiration to myself, but also somebody respond that maybe I don't talk to, or maybe I see it in shows.
Yeah.
Like last year, your boy in Orlando, hey man, can you hook up my dude? You know, when you post stuff, you start networking, and I watched Ben do that from ground zero, and I was like, and to me, even having 4 degrees, I was like, wow, because Ben's quite young than I am. I'm like, wow, this guy really knows how to connect with people, and everybody loves him. Now, then I turn around and I said, whoa, now you got your own show with, Zero Gravity and Ryan
I know.
and Omar Team Ventura. I'm like, you on a waiting list to even get in line and say, Omar's hand, and now you on a show with these guys, and you're making
once a week or something.
Yeah, and you're making picks. Think about it. We're relying on you. We're relying on Ben, Omar, Ryan Hinton, and Zero Gravity to tell us who's gonna win before they get on stage.
It's like watching First Take in the morning, but that's really what it is.
I tell people,
it's testament to his efforts.
I said, well, if Ben don't say anything about me on Coach's Corner, it's a wrap. We do another show.
I'm follow or remove all the tags on my Instagram.
If they don't talk about you on First Take, man, you just have to forget about. You know what? I come. So I had opportunity to see brilliancy in the work. I'm so proud of that guy. Just because.
Yeah.
Man, I've seen him grow, man. I think Ben, it might be 32, and when me and Ben first started,
wow,
28, 29. When Ben first started.
Okay.
So I've seen him grow as a young man.
Yeah.
As maturity, I've seen him be more humble, and I've seen him start at the bottom, and now he's working his way to where he needs to be at, and well deserved, man. Well deserved.
Yeah.
Man. Well deserved, and that goes when I go back. I tell my clients, say, it's never a sprint. It's always a marathon.
Yeah.
Be patient.
Always marathon.
Be patient.
Yeah.
It will come. He's been patient. He's been patient. He's been patient.
I remember when I was still up in Indianapolis, there was this guy, young kid named Corey. I think when the gym opened, he was 17, 16 and a half, or whatever. And he would, consistently ask me for advice. About once a week, we'd spend about 10 minutes and just chat, whatever, diet. And it always went back to, I was like, hey, Corey, man, I've been doing this for almost longer than you've been alive, right? As long as you've been alive, like, just give it another 10 years. Like, that's my biggest piece of advice. Just give it another 10 years. And since I've left, I've seen his development and his body mature, and it's like he's starting to see it. I'm like, dude, you keep doing the same thing over and over. And like you said, it's the marathon. It's not a sprint. And yeah, there's some things that could help you sprint forward, but it doesn't happen overnight. This is not how bodybuilding works.
No, it does not happen overnight.
But that's why it's so respected.
People ask me about, I think one thing, like one thing for me that I usually bring to the table is I can get, that was one thing that Ben said, I can get shredded really fast, but it's because I put in the work, and then my skin, it gets real. I don't know why, dude.
Let me know the secret. We'll chat offline, right? But that's some proprietary stuff there.
I get dry real well, and but it doesn't. It's not something that I just picked up a book and read in 2 days. Like, oh yeah, that's gonna work. No, man, this has been trial and error things I've been doing for years, man. And when you see something, it's not like you see something and you like, okay, that's what it is, and I'll leave it just like that. No, you see something, you implement that, you implement something else. It's a building phase. It never ends. It never ends. And I think when I see people like E-Man, see people like Banks, when I see people like Ben, and I see these different physiques that they're bringing, I mean, they look like action figures, man. Like, seriously, man.
Yes, big facts.
Action figures, man. I tell people, and Ben agree with me. Like last year, they wouldn't give Ben another look against E-Man last year, but this year it's like, uh, are you kidding me? I mean, they had to do on stage so long because it was just like, I think, a Chiron or a Raymond or Brandon Henry. This isn't that sport on lockdown anymore. These are some different dudes, and it's like, who else? Who else is coming? And there's like yourself, man. Like now, now that the judges' eyes are open, and you have things like Coach's Corner where they can start recognizing and people give them different picks and stuff like that. Now everybody's gonna look out like, oh, okay, that's what they were talking about. Oh, okay, that's what they were talking about. So it's going to get real interesting. Real interesting. Because I think there's going to be a lot of physiques that guys were, on the teeter-totter of saying we're going to be like in that top 5, top 10. But now they will be in that top 5, top 10 because they're like, oh, I can do it too. Yeah, for sure. Now, like I said, I think Banks was a motivational for all of us, man. Just
100%. That dude was, seeing him at the O was awesome.
When we was at the Arnold said, man, he's never in his life seen traps like he has. When he opens up like this, most of us, we do our little simple back thing. We want to get to the back, straight on. This dude, he takes his time. He raises his arms up, opens up, and his traps. I mean, this the 3D, man, and it's unbelievable. I mean, he swallows you, and
about to go back.
And for him to get second in Olympia last year after just got being a prolonged, it's like, okay, new era. So let's see what's gonna happen. So I mean, yeah, I mean it's gonna be a good year, man. I just want to get noticed, man.
That was my question. We talked about a lot of folks so far. Outside of obviously, making it to the O, and the ultimate goal is always winning. What other goals do you have along the way for this year, for 2022?
Far as bodybuilding, just like
bodybuilding. Let's stick there for now.
Man, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not, as far as bodybuilding, my mind is set on getting to the O. I think I can. I don't want to be that type of person. I don't want to be the guy that says he can't. I mean, but at the same time, you want to be the person that says I can do it, because you got it. You can't second guess yourself. I can do it, man. If I stay focused, if I stay dialed in, I can do it. Because one thing I bring to the table is just that mature, dense muscle. When it's all dialed in, man, I'm as crisp as they come, man. Just as crisp as they come. And so I think I'm going to be able to match up well. I think when it comes, my lack, and I've been talking, not that I don't put ab work in, not that I don't take position. Some guys, I just don't get them abs popping through your stomach like some dudes do. That's genetics. That some people have. It's like
the same way.
It's like skinny girls with big old butts. They can't help it. I can't get that, man. I try and I try. 200 ab crunches. Listen, I can drink water and the but I tell everybody this: when you're looking, if a judge is looking, the points is on several things. Points is on your core. It's on posing. We're going to be neck and neck. But when I turn to the back, man, there's not too many dudes that have veins coming through their delts. And when I come to the back,
I know.
It's that's work right there, man. Because I've been thrown to the ringer like, dude, your back is the most worst thing I ever seen in the world. Why do you even do this? And you're like, what? And then you know how it goes, man. You're like, what? And so just building back up, the different exercises I do, and the different training I do, and the warm-ups and the finishers and in between. I mean, you see the picture I post. I mean, I don't even know. I think my waist size might be a 26 this year, man. I don't even know what. I'm just in the zone, man. To tell you the truth, I'm telling you, oh my God, I'm just trying to get it, bro. I'm just
in a great spot.
I'm trying to get it. I think that's my goal, my legacy. Besides this little guy over here, I want to.
See the guest speaker we got.
I want to tell my kid. I want to drop a tear on that stage, and I want to thank my wife, thank everybody supporting me because I made it to the O. That's my goal. My other life thing is just enjoy life with my family. They're getting older. My son's going to be in kindergarten next year. My other one's he's going to be in second grade. And, you know, just because the way the world is, I just want to keep them safe. That's all. Just keep them safe, man. They're everything to me. I've had the opportunity where my kids have never ever set foot in front of their daycare. They're very, very sheltered. So the only thing they know is their dad and their mom holding them tight and hugging them. So when they go to school, it's different for them, man. Because my son's in first grade, and he's just like, "Dad, that happened, or this happened, or somebody got hit." People do that, and then you have to start giving them documentary lessons. Like, they start giving them documentary lessons. Like, yeah, that stuff does happen. That's on the TV, and that happened. Yeah, it happened, but things are different, but you make sure you keep your mindset being like this. So, it's that's my goal, is to always keep these guys safe because I love them so much. Put me some water in the freezer, and that's my main goal, man. My family, I tell my clients too, I say, oh, I want to listen, God first, family, train, rest.
Yep.
That's the order it is for me. God first, family, train, and rest. And that's all about it. Because at the end of the day, if I can't do this anymore, I still gotta take care of my family, and I still gotta set a legacy for those guys somewhere along the line, wherever it might be. And it's, for me, the material things, they're nice to have, but at the end of the day, you can't take the things with you. So I look for my family to just really dial in together and just have fun, man. Because my wife, like I said, my wife's at work now. Usually I work during the day. I come home. She works at nighttime. We seldomly have days off together, so it's really, really hard.
Dang.
So and if we are like on weekends, she might work in the evening time. So she lets me train in a couple hours for the morning time. So it's like I said, my peak week is all about, let's just relax and let's laugh about the stupid stuff I said when I was prepping. Let's talk about how much I made everybody mad. It really, it's like, I mean, seriously, it's just, you gotta laugh at some of the things like, yeah, I did say that, but I didn't mean it, or yeah, that was stupid, or yeah, but I love you guys, and here we are. I mean, that day is always about, just getting on stage and showing my kids your daddy can do it. You can do it. I tell people all the time. To me, it's a gimmick. People always tell you, be all you can be. You can do anything you put your mind to. But we both know that's hard work. It's hard work.
Yeah.
So for me to be able to show my kids that you can do anything you put your mind to, that's the type of legacy I want to set for them. And the hard work they see me put in, it's impeccable. I'm not the type of person that says I work harder than anybody else. I think we're all out here working hard, man. I think we're all out here that need to be recognized. I give props to anybody who steps on that stage and who's put forth effort, that wants to get up there and show their physique off, because eating the same meal 6 times a day, going to the gym 2 hours a day, cardio a couple times, that's not, to tell the truth, is that's not a real life. You know what I'm saying? That's not a real life.
That's not real life. And it's hard too. We know.
Yeah, that's not, the real life is seeing your kids go to school, helping them with their homework, giving them baths, clothes they picked out, seeing their football games, stuff like that, But they want me to be the best too. They don't want to see me lose, because they know what losing is. They play video games. They know what losing is. They don't want to see me lose, man. So
they got Fortnite.
Yeah. My youngest one just started playing Fortnite too. Can't get him off of it. My older one's like,
oh man,
video games, whatever. But my youngest one just started. He just figured out how to do the controls. He's 5. He's like, now I got something I can do. So, but yeah, man.
Yeah.
Same goals every. Hey, I'm 43. I'm blessed to be 43. Same goals every year now. It's keep my family safe, be blessed. The rest to come. The rest to come.
Damn.
The rest to come.
I love hearing that. Right. I love hearing, like, as a competitor at a high level that you are, like, you still have those priorities set. Nothing wrong with folks who don't have, an established family like you do, and, bodybuilding is the focus. But I think for the most part, everyone who's either NPC or a pro who have those other responsibilities and obligations, it's good to know you can get crispy and perform at a high level. but more importantly, still take care of business at the house. You know.
Oh yeah. That's I'm a brother. I'm a full-time dad. Like right now, just me and my boys. Me and my boys. You know, we've been together. You know, like that's how we work. You know, like and the thing about it is they love their dad and they love their mom. Don't get me wrong, but when I say dad, because a lot of times what they see is kids that don't have father figures in their life, so they love their dad unconditionally because they understand what I'm trying to do. I'm what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to make you guys understand it's important to be, how you grow to be a young man, how to be respectful, and then leave a legacy for them. And that's how we wake up and go to bed every day. We argue? Do they get in trouble? Just like any other kid, they do, but they know it's for a purpose.
Yeah.
They know it's for a purpose. They know it's for a purpose. So that makes,
and you set into the foundation too, right? Not just like being healthy, but everything else.
Yeah, well, the foundation is that because one day you're going to have to be able to let your kids venture out on their own, and you want to make sure you establish some integrity, some ethics within themselves that they're going to make mistakes, but they're never going to do anything that they're like, when I know I shouldn't do that. That's wrong. That's what you want to say. Oh, I know that's wrong. And when you tie all that in together, it makes the sport fun because then you get to display that when you get on stage. You get to display the hard work you put in for your family. Like I tell people all the time, I don't do this for me. I do this for my family. Because inspiration for these guys. So the more I get to inspire them, the harder I work. If I didn't have kids, would I be working? I don't know. But I'm blessed I have them because now I have to work extra hard. We work, we'll train anywhere. But last night we was at a hotel. They had their iPad, they had their phone, they had a full gym at the hotel. I'm training. They're sitting there. And that's the things that I think a lot of people don't have is that. I'm training and they're watching videos like, yeah, Dad, what are you doing, Dad? Bother me for 5 seconds. But when you look back at the memories, man, those you can't take those back. They will remember those. They remember I was in that place with my dad and we went there and he was training and we were just sitting on the ground just watching TV. Those are little things that count. It's not always about going to Disney World or going here. Yeah. It's the little bitty things, little bitty things, which is awesome to me. So I'm pumped, man. I'm pumped. I mean, y'all gonna see me soon on stage. But I ain't gonna lie to you.
I'm gonna be looking at the calendar.
It's gonna be soon, man. And we got several things planned.
Hell yeah, dude.
I tell people like this.
One more thing. I see your team is growing, right?
Yeah.
You've been posting a little bit more about your success in that. Plug that real quick because I've been watching it more and more.
So last year, I really started to get into coaching because I wanted to build something else. Which is another good feeling too, when you can build something else. So I built a team called Team Level Up Fitness, and it's not all competitors. There is a lot of lifestyle clients, which are pretty much the knack of your clientele because everybody can't compete. Everybody can't go through that process, especially when they know what the process is. And so this year I really dialed into taking on serious clients who really want to commit to the sport and to the life.